You got a text. It made your stomach drop. And before you even finished feeling the feeling, your thumb was already moving. Screenshot. Send to the group chat. Wait, is this weird or am I crazy? You weren't asking a question. You already knew the answer. You just wanted backup. This is one of the most normalized betrayals of modern friendship, and almost nobody calls it that. We call it getting a second opinion. We call it just venting. We call it checking if I'm overreacting. What it actually is, most of the time, is outsourcing your discomfort to an audience who didn't ask for it, at the expense of someone who trusted you enough to text you something private in the first place. Let's be honest about how this actually goes. Someone sends you a message. Maybe it's an ex being weird. Maybe it's a coworker being passive-aggressive. Maybe it's a friend canceling plans in a tone you didn't love. Within 90 seconds, that message has left the conversation it was born in and entered a group chat with 3, 5, sometimes 12 other people. People who have never met the sender. People who know nothing about the history, the context, the inside jokes, the years of relationship that gave that text its actual meaning. And what do they do with it? They pile on. Because that's what a screenshot without context invites. Nobody in a group chat says, we need more information to judge this fairly. They say, girl, that's so weird. They say, I would not respond. They say, block him. The screenshot becomes evidence in a trial where the defendant never showed up, never got a lawyer, and doesn't even know the trial is happening. Here's the part you don't want to hear. You're not doing this for clarity. Clarity would mean asking the person who sent it what they meant. Clarity would mean sitting with the discomfort for 10 minutes before reacting. What you're actually doing is recruiting allies. You're building a case. And the moment you screenshot a private conversation and send it elsewhere, you've already decided you're right. You're just collecting the applause. Psychologist Dunbar, who spent decades studying social bonding, found that something like 60% of human conversation is gossip in one form or another. Not always malicious gossip, but social information trading about other people. Dunbar's research suggests this isn't a character flaw. It's basically the operating system of human social life. We are wired to talk about each other to figure out who's safe, who's a threat, who's trustworthy. So when you screenshot a text and send it to your group chat, you're not being a bad person in some unusual way. You're doing something humans have done around campfires for tens of thousands of years. The campfire just has better lighting now and a read receipt. But here's where it gets uncomfortable. The campfire used to be slow. Gossip used to take days to travel. It used to get distorted, softened, lost in translation as it passed from mouth to mouth. Now it travels instantly, and it travels with proof. A screenshot doesn't get distorted. It's a perfect, frozen, out-of-context fragment of someone's most vulnerable, unfiltered moment, and it can be forwarded forever. Think about that. Somebody's bad day, somebody's insecure 11 p.m. text, somebody's awkward attempt at flirting, preserved exactly as it was, stripped of tone, stripped of follow-up, stripped of the fact that they probably regretted it 5 minutes later. You didn't capture a moment. You captured a mistake and made it permanent. There's a concept in communication research called context collapse, studied extensively by Danah Boyd in her work on teenagers and social media. Context collapse happens when content meant for one specific audience, in one specific setting, gets pulled into a completely different audience that has none of the original context. Boyd was talking mostly about public social media posts ending up in front of parents, employers, strangers. But a screenshot does the exact same thing inside something that feels private. You think a group chat is intimate. It's not. It's just a smaller public. And once it's there, it's not yours to take back. You can delete the message. You can't delete what's already in 5 other people's heads, on 5 other people's phones, in 5 other group chats those people might forward it to. So why do we keep doing it? Because the validation is instant and the cost is invisible. When someone says, yeah, that's so weird, you get a hit of relief almost immediately. Your nervous system calms down. Someone agrees with you. You're not crazy. Meanwhile, the cost, the erosion of trust, the betrayal of the person who sent that message doesn't show up right away. It shows up later when they find out. Or worse, it never shows up at all because they never find out, and you just quietly become someone who can't be trusted with anything private. Here's a question worth sitting with. If the person who sent you that text knew you were about to screenshot it and send it to 4 other people, would they have sent it at all? Most of the time, the honest answer is no. And that gap, between what they thought they were giving you and what you actually did with it, is the entire problem. Researcher Brené Brown has written extensively about what she calls the trust marble jar, the idea that trust is built in incredibly small moments, not big dramatic ones. Every time someone shares something vulnerable with you and you handle it with care, a marble goes in the jar. Every time you don't, a marble comes out. A screenshot sent to a group chat is one of the fastest ways to empty that jar without the other person even knowing it's happening. They think the jar is full. You know it isn't. Now, let's talk about the part that really stings. You tell yourself you're getting a second opinion because you're not sure how to feel. But you were sure. You knew exactly how you felt the second you read that text, or you wouldn't have reached for your phone to screenshot it in the first place. Confusion doesn't move that fast. Confusion sits there, uncertain, slow. What moved fast was your need for an audience to confirm a feeling you already had. This is why, is this weird, or am I crazy, is almost never a real question. It's a performance of open-mindedness covering for a decision you already made. You're not asking the group chat to help you think. You're asking them to clap. And the group chat will always clap, because that's the unspoken contract of group chats. Nobody wants to be the person who says, well, actually, maybe you're being a little sensitive. That person gets quiet. That person gets removed slowly from the chat's good graces. So everyone agrees. Everyone escalates. A mildly awkward text becomes, he's a red flag. A slightly blunt message becomes, she's toxic. Not because it's true, but because agreement is the price of staying liked in the group. So what's the alternative? It's not, never talk to your friends about your problems. Venting is human. Needing outside perspective is human. The line isn't whether you talk about it. The line is whether you show the receipts to people who were never supposed to see them. You can say someone said something today that really threw me off without attaching a name, a face, a screenshot. You can ask, how would you read this tone, without turning a private exchange into a public trial. The difference between processing a feeling and prosecuting a person is whether the other person's words leave the room they were spoken in. Here's the twist, though, the one that should actually sting a little. The people most likely to screenshot and share are usually the same people most afraid of being screenshotted themselves. You felt that fear. The tiny flicker of, wait, are they going to send this to someone? Right after you hit send on something honest. That fear exists because you know, somewhere in you, exactly how this works. You know the system. You've used it. So next time your thumb moves toward that screenshot button before your brain finishes the sentence, ask yourself what you're actually building. Are you building understanding, or are you building a case? Are you looking for clarity, or are you looking for an audience? Because somewhere out there, someone is about to send you something honest, something a little vulnerable, something they wouldn't want forwarded. And whether that text stays safe with you, or ends up as evidence in a group chat trial they never agreed to attend, says a lot less about them than it does about you. You got a text. It made your stomach drop. The real question was never whether it was weird. The real question was always what you were going to do with it.